Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. My camera is basically telling me low battery and I need to charge it, but can we just take a moment and see how cute my nails look? These are my nails. But welcome back to the video. Today is Saturday, which is actually supposed to be my free day. It's weekend, right? Because I work from Monday to Friday, so I usually want to take Saturday off, but I've just not been in the mood of going out. Like, if you know me, you know I'm indoors 7 days a week. I'm always indoors, so I thought I should make a quick video, which is going to be a quick tutorial as well, not a big project that I usually just get myself involved in. I am making a very quick video. Minute. So I have this yarn that I made a bucket art from a few weeks ago. The tutorial should be up on my channel, so I'm going to link it up somewhere. I made a bucket art with it and I found this one remaining, and I think I can make a bag from it. I don't know if I have enough, but I think I can play my way around it. So that's what this video is going to be about. It is going to be a tutorial, but it's going to be like a blog type of tutorial because I haven't decided on what bag I'm going to make, because I don't even know if I have enough yarn. But I just wanted to make the intro quick before I decide to charge this bad boy and see what the next step is. But yeah, welcome back to another video. So I finished wrapping, and this is how much I have no idea how much this is in total, but what I did was I found this other, it's the same weight yarn, but then obviously this is a different color, and I thought I might be able to combine these two and see if I can make something a bit bigger, a bigger size, instead of just a tiny bag, just because I'm being scared of how much I have left. And I literally want this bag so I can actually wear it with the matching art. That's the main reason why I'm making the bag. But I think a gray, these two together don't look so bad. I'm going to start by working on the center of the bag. So this is going to be the center. It's not going to be a big bag. This is going to be the center, and then on the side is where I'm going to make a long string that goes up until the opposite side and then the back. I don't know if it makes any sense. So for the center, I'm going to double the strings, and I'm going to use these two. So I'm just going to grab a string on the main yarn. Where did I even want this yarn? And I think I'm going to use a 10mm for this, because I'm going to double the strings, it just makes sense that I use a 10mm. So I'm just going to make a slip knot, and I'm going to chain a long chain. So I chained a total of 40. I'm just going to chain an additional one, which is going to be the turning chain. So this is the length, which means it's supposed to go like this, if you guys can see. So this is going to be the length of the bag, and now I'm going to work this way and make it a bit wider depending on the size I'm going for. Can you guys see the colors? I think the gray makes it look so good. I think this is gonna turn out so cute. I honestly feel like it's gonna turn out so cute, but I'm just gonna finish the row and I'll see you guys at the end of the row. So I finished the first row, and this is what it looks like. I think the colors together are so cute, so I'm going to go ahead and repeat the same step, but this time around I think I'm going to go into the back loop so it can actually give a different shape compared to a normal double crochet stitch. So I'm going to just repeat the same double crochet into that very first stitch, but then I'm going into the back loop just the same way you would make a band for a waist skirt, or for any waistband, sorry, what am I saying? So I'm just going to go into that very first stitch with a double crochet, making sure I'm going into the back loop as well. So these are the loops. I'm going to go into that back loop with double crochet and one double crochet until I get to the very end, and that is honestly what I'm going to do. I don't know how long I'm going to make this, but I think I'm just going to just see how long this yarn can take me. If it takes me a bit longer, then obviously I'll make it. If it doesn't, then I'm just going to stop at whatever length, just so I can have the mixture of this and the main yarn at the center, and then when it comes to the handle and at the side, then I can just use this one. Hopefully it makes sense. I hope this turns turn out the way I have it in mind. If it doesn't, sadly, but I'm sure I will find something. I'll make a way with it. I feel like, obviously, I'm struggling to get myself to sit down. But hey guys, I was just talking about how I feel like with friendships in your 20s, it's just so complicated. And I don't know why it should be. Like, it honestly should not be so complicated because we're already going through so much. Like, life is, you're in your 20s for the first time. So imagine how much things you need to deal with, things that are so new to you. And then friendships as, I'm not saying they are supposed to be easy. Nothing is supposed to be easy, but they're supposed to make your life easier somehow, right? If you're going to make it stressful, what's the point? Like, what is honestly the point? But I feel like I struggle with friendships. Like, this is just a random conversation, but I just feel like I need to let you guys know I struggle with friendship. Maybe that's the reason why you guys have never really seen a friend on here. Like, I've been on YouTube for how long, but I don't even do like a lot of vlogs or lifestyle content. But in most of my content, you guys never really see me with friends. That's how much I struggle with friendship. Like, I literally have like 4 girls that I can actually say these are my friends, and we've been friends for so long. And honestly, I feel like the reason why we've been friends for so long is because of how the friendship is. It's not a friendship where we are glued together. It's just a friendship where we see each other once in a while, and whenever we do, it's a vibe. But then we don't, or we don't even talk during the week, and then we just see each other again in a few months. That's honestly, I feel like that's honestly the reason why my friendships, these particular friendships, have actually lasted this long, honestly. When it comes to like friends that I talk to during the week that I actually hang out with, it's just, there's just always a clash. Like, there's honestly always a clash. I literally just had not an argument but just a disagreement with one of my friends. And the funny part was, I'm not saying like she's entirely in fault, because I can literally just see what I did myself. And also, like, I literally am someone who I owe myself, I do myself in actions. Like, if I know I'm doing something wrong, I tell myself, Mayama, you are wrong. But then it's like, I don't know how I can explain this, because I'm not someone who would come online and start talking about stuff that is going on. But all I have to say is, like, we have to make friendships a little bit more easier for people, because it's called friendship for a reason and not anything else, right? Friendship, it's supposed to be something that makes your life easier. It's supposed to be something that makes both of your life easier, right? Not complicated or difficult. So if people are reaching out to you, or people are reaching out with a hand, and you know you're not in the position to grab the hand, just let them know and don't ignore them. That's all I have to say in this video. Don't ignore people, let them know. And even if you ignore them, be very conscious of the fact that you ignore them. And then when you feel like you want to grab their hand again, grab their hand with love. Don't just grab their hand and start pushing blames, because make it make sense. You cannot just ignore my hand. I'm literally reaching out to you, you're ignoring my hand, and when you feel like you want to grab my hand, you're grabbing it with force instead of you grabbing it with love, because that's manipulation, literally manipulation. And no, when it comes to no, that's all I have to say, guys. I'm just going to finish the rows, and then I'll see you guys when I have the rows complete, because I've been ranting and my battery is low. Guys, I finished the panel. This is what it looks like. I did about 7 rows. I could get 7 because I ran out of the gray, and I told you guys I was going to stop. I don't think the size is bad. I think this is a fine size. So now I'm going to start working on the 2 sides, because then we need to lock it. I think I'm going to somehow increase as I go, so I can make this a bit bigger. And then of course, whatever I do on this side, I'm going to do on the opposite side. So I think I'm going to go ahead and double the strings as well. I don't know how long this is going to take me, but we'll see. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to double, make a slip knot, and I'll chain, I think, about 5. So I'm going to chain 5, go into that second chain with a double crochet, and 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. So in total I should have 4 double crochets. 8. So this is the base, and this is supposed to go right there. I think you guys see the vision. So I'm going to chain 1 and turn, and for the next row or 2 I'm just going to go into that very first stitch with a double crochet, but this time around I'm not going into the back loop, I'm going into both loops with 1 double crochet each. So at the end of row 2 I should still have a total of 4 double crochets. Right there. And I think for row 3 I'm going to increase, so I'm going to chain 1, go into the first double crochet with 2 double crochets, and into the second with just 1 double crochet, into the third with 1 double crochet, and lastly into the fourth I'm going to go with 2 double crochets, just so I can balance the increase I did at the very beginning. So I'm basically increasing at the beginning of the row and at the end of the row. And there you can see the increasing going on. For row 4, sorry, I'm going to chain 1 and I'm doing 1 double crochet into each stitch, so I'm not increasing for this row. That is row 4, and for row 6 we are going to go ahead and increase again by chaining all down. So at the end we should have 1 2 3 4 5 6. Yes, for row 6 we're going to increase, row 5, sorry guys, I keep missing the rows. For row 5 we're going to chain 1 and we're going to increase again, go into that first stitch with 2 double crochets and 1 double crochet into the next, and we're just going to go ahead and do 1 double crochet until we get into that last stitch, and we are going to do 2 double crochets, because whenever you increase at the beginning you're going to increase at the end of the row. So coming to the end I'm going to go in there with 2 double crochets all into that same stitch. So right now I should have a total of 8 stitches. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. That's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. I have 8 stitches. I'm just going to put this across the back so you guys can see the vision. Now it looks crazy. It looks crazy, I'm never gonna lie. So for I think this is supposed to be this 1 2 3 4 5 6. I'm going to just chain 1 and we are not increasing. We are just going to go into that very first stitch with a double crochet and 1 double crochet into every stitch across. So I finished row 6. I keep losing the rows. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Yes, row 6, and for row 7 we are going to increase. So you're going to chain 1 into this first stitch with a 2 double crochets, because that's the same increase pattern we've been doing. and right after you're going to go with 1 double crochets until you get to the last stitch where you're going to go with 2 double crochets again. So I'm just going to alternate between this row, increase row, and no increase row until I get this handle to be as long as the initial bag length, and then when I get that, I'll see you guys at the very end. Hey guys, so I just finished the panel. I did a total of 9 rows, which leaves me with a total of 12 stitches. Remember, I started with 4 and then I did increase my way up. This automatically falls with the same length on the back, so I don't have to go any further for this. I'm just going to repeat the same step until I get to this panel, and then for the opposite side, I'm just going to repeat the same step for the opposite side. When I have those 2 complete, I'm going to come back and show you guys what both of them looks like on the side. But for now, this is what we have going on. This is what the bag looks like. A bit awkward because you can't really see the vision, but I think it's gonna turn out super cute. Finished the main base. I finished the 2 sides, so I think now I can go ahead and attach these. They kind of look a bit awkward now. I don't know what I'm doing, and I only have like a tiny little bit left of this yarn, which I am supposed to use as a strap. So I don't know if I can actually get an entire strap done, but it's going to be a shoulder bag, so which means the strap does not really need to be that long. So I think I'm at the safe side, but I don't think I'm going to double the strings for the strap because I don't have enough yarn anyway. So I'm just going to go to the table and attach these 2 to the main panel so I can see if it's a decent bag. If not, I don't know what I'm gonna do. This is how much I have left. Very tiny, so I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm just going to decide where I want the bag to be inside. Obviously it's going to be where I have less of this knot, so it's going to be that side, which means the right side is going to be inwards. And then I do the same thing on this side, so I decide where I want to be outside and where I want to be inside. And this is how it should look when I am complete, but for now it just doesn't look the way it should. So I'm using a 5mm to do this instead of the 10, just because then the stitches are going to be a little bit more tighter. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into the very first stitch on the panel, the first stitch on the first panel, and I'm going to grab the yarn and make a secure knot. You want to make sure that both of the panels are the same length. That's the way you're going to find it easy. Grabbing a stitch on both sides, and I'm going to single crochet together. This is what it looks like on the opposite side. Not bad. So this is what I have so far. I single crocheted this side. It looks a bit crazy, I'm not even gonna lie, but I'm gonna show you guys what the next step is. So I'm going to just fold this right at the center, and now I'm going to go ahead and go at the side. So this is going to fall right there, and then I'm going to come right up on the opposite side. So I'm just slightly going to, still doing it on the seam side, I'm going to go underneath and do the same thing that I've been doing with single crocheting, but then I'm also attaching the ends to the side. But I think what I'm doing is right there, I'm attaching the entire edge of this lower part to one side of this side, so into one stitch, because then it's going to just not take up the rest of the space, because the rest of the space is supposed to be for this side of the panel. So I'm just going to go into the different stitches, and I'm going to attach everything into one. Right there you can see that I'm attaching everything into this one stitch, So I'm just going into every available space on this lower part right before I get to the side again, and I'm attaching everything into that very long stitch. And this is what it looks like. You know what, I think the seam being on the side is also super cute, but I am going to continue until I get to that very last stitch. But because obviously I used a 10mm for that side, the stitches are way more wider, which means I have way more gap, way more available spaces basically to work into, and not just 4 like the 4 stitches that I had. So I'm just going to grab my excess yarn and repeat the same step. Again, I'm going right into that very same stitch. Everything around here was attached to one stitch. I hope you guys understand what I mean by that. And I think I have that complete, so you can see that it's slightly a bit different from when you attach it to each side. So now that I'm on the side, I'm just going to repeat what I did on the opposite side by going into one available space on the main panel, one available space on the side panel, and I'm just going to single crochet those 2 together until I get to the very top again. Guys, so this is what it looks like when I have one side attached. I think it's super cute. I cannot wait to just attach the opposite side. But you know what, I kind of feel like I like the fact that the seam, the single crochet seam, is on the side. So I might as well just make this side the main side. You never know. All I have to do is just grab these stitches and then send them to the opposite side. All these excess stitches are going to go inwards, and then this is going to be the seam. I actually love the side way more. I think then it adds a definition to the side. So I'm going to repeat the same step by attaching this one, and I'll see you guys when I have that side complete. But hey guys, this is the bag. Look at how cute this bag turned out. I have no words. I have no words. Like I said, I wanted to leave the seam right at the outside, and that is exactly what I did. I love it. I would have loved to make a longer strap, but again, I am running out of yarn. I don't have options, but if you have options, then go ahead and make you a longer strap. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a tiny strap that goes to this opposite side and one that goes onto that side. So it's going to be just a very tiny little handbag. I love this bag. I really love this bag. Let's go to the table and make this strap. But I love this bag. That's what I wanted to say. I really love this bag. I
love it. I really love it.
For the strap, I'm just going to go ahead and chain a total of maybe 40. Total of 41. And I'm going to go into the second chain with a double crochet. And just the same way I worked with the panel, I'm just going to repeat double crochets into every stitch until I get to the very end. When I get to the end, I'm going to chain 1 and do that for a total of 2 more rows. I believe at row 4 I should have a good length that I can work with the strap. So I'm just going to repeat 1 double crochet like this until I get to the very end of the row. Once strap is complete, instead of doing 4 rows like I said I was going to, I decided to do 2, and then I single crochet the 2 ends of the rows together right there. And again, just so you guys can see what it looks like before, you have the first and the second row. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold these into 2, and I'm just carefully going to grab a stitch on each side and single crochet together. Of course, I'm going to show you guys how you can do that, but at the end this is what it should look like, and this is going to give you a very tiny bag handle that you can just carry around. 5mm, I am going to go ahead and just fold this panel into 2, basically folding these into this, making a round strap, and I'm going to single crochet all the way to the end. But all I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold the 2, because I did 2 rows, it's easier to fold, and I'm just going to fold these 2 ends, go into that very first stitch, go into the very first stitch on the opposite side, and I'm going to grab the yarn and I'm going to pull it through and make a secure knot. And right from here on, I'm just going to single crochet the two ends. So basically, grabbing a yarn, a stitch from this side, a stitch from the opposite side, and single crochet. So I'm going to grab a stitch on this side, a stitch on the opposite side, and single crochet. A stitch on this side, a stitch on the opposite side, and single crochet up until I get to the very end. Hey guys, I finished the strap. I love the way it just automatically folds when you single crochet the two together. So I'm just going to grab the bag. Yo, I am so excited to finish this bag. And now we are going to attach the strap right there. I don't know how I'm gonna get this done, but I know I'm gonna get it done, and I'm gonna do it well. That's the thing, it's going to be done well. So I have an idea what I'm going to do to attach this. Cannot believe I've never done this before, and I'm just here figuring things out. I still have the excess yarn on the bag that I still need to sew in if I decide to, or I might just leave it like that, but we'll see. I want to attach these straps right on this side, right here and there. My light just decided to go off, but I want to attach this like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the same stitch, and I'm going to go into the stitch right before the main panel. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing on here. So I'm going to go into the stitch, and I'm going to grab the yarn, pull the yarn through, and I'm going to single crochet these two. Go into the next available space, go into the next available space on the bag, and single crochet the two. Go into the next available space on the handle, and I'm going to go into the next available space on the bag, and I'm going to single crochet the two. And lastly, I'm just going to go into that last space on the handle, and then another space on the bag, and I'm going to single crochet the two together. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing, because at this point I don't even know if I'm in focus. But now the problem is I don't know if I like this side or I like the seam side of the pattern. I'm just going to chain one and cut. And because I have all this excess string, I can't even see what the vision is. But I'm just going to swipe these inside so I can at least see what I'm doing. And you guys can actually see what I'm doing as well. So because I have the yarn attached, I'm just going to find a space inside, go on the bag, and I'm going to single crochet. So and I'm just going to do the same thing I did on the opposite side. Go into a stitch on the bag, a stitch on the strap, and I'm going to single crochet. You can use a slip stitch or a needle for this, guys. You don't have to use a single crochet like I always do. And I'm going to single crochet. And lastly, I'm going to go into any available space, and then the last space on the back, on the handle, and single crochet. Guys, I'm sorry, I'm not even gonna lie. And right there I have one handle. I am just going to go ahead and attach the opposite handle the same way I did on both sides, and then the bag is literally complete. So I'm going to do that and I'll see you guys when it's complete. So I decided to go look for that because how is the tutorial, how is the video complete without me finalizing the entire look? Obviously I still have the same thing I had on this morning, so ignore the lower part of this video and just focus on the upper part. Focus on this bucket hat, crochet hat, whatever we're gonna call it. And the bag is complete. Let me show you guys what it looks like. This is the final result. Let me get a thumbnail first. A thumbnail. I love the bag. I wished I had just gone with one strap. I think that was the vision, but I did go with two. It's not bad, and I just love how it looks with the art, guys. When I want to go to the beach, I can have this on my shoulders and maybe a little tiny yarn. You never know. I always want to take yarn with me so I can have the chance to crochet whenever I need to. And then maybe with a bikini and then the hat on, guys, this would make so much sense, especially if I can find myself a very nice gray bikini. I love it. But let me know what you guys think, and if you want me to do the spontaneous videos like this on the weekends when I usually should not take it serious. I feel like these are like my non-serious videos because then I just spend one day making one item instead of, if I have no plans of going out obviously, but if I have plans of going out, then that's another case. But let me know if you guys enjoyed this video, and if you do, and if you did learn anything, and if this was fun for you to watch, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, because I did check my analytics. Most of you guys that watched my video haven't subscribed yet. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.